So let's see. You know, honestly, let's just start with the basic topic of the day, which is Charlotte. Y'all stole the draft. I don't even want to say much. Y'all drafted my favorite rookie in this draft in Scotty Lewis at 56. And Atlanta, kudos to you two. Y'all pulled off a steal in drafting Sharif Cooper. See y'all too. But here's the thing. Wow. Where should I begin? Like I was seeing a few videos saying that the Raptors have been losers in the 2020 draft. 2021 draft. My bad. You see, although they can be losers because a lot of people are like, they have OG, they have Siakam. Like, let me break it down to y'all so y'all learn something. For y'all who really think like that and don't use your brain cells because y'all only look at the first round, let me explain to y'all something. Like, come here, come here, come here. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Listen, listen, motherfucker. Sorry, I want to feel like I swatted a fly because that swat is for the stupidity that y'all should swat out of your mindset. Let me explain something to you folks, shall we? A lot of these NBA YouTubers, whenever they analyze a draft, they only look at the first round. But they'll be the same person that tell you that in the NBA draft, you don't draft for need. Or in any draft, you don't draft for need. Please tell me something. The same team that y'all calling losers, do you know that they drafted 2 point guards? Oh, yeah, 2 point guards. I don't know their name yet, but I will tell you where and which pick was it. 43 and 47. Yeah, the Raptors drafted guards. Let me explain the order of the NBA draft compared to the NFL draft. But I'll make NFL comparisons for y'all here, not to understand why you should focus on the other rounds of each draft. Let me make an example. Tom Brady, five Super Bowls, 17 seasons. He was the sixth round pick, 183rd pick in the 2000 NFL draft by the New England Patriots. Right? Late round pick. Nikola Jokic, 41st pick in the 2015 NBA draft. MVP. There's so many more like that. That they're later round picks and have developed into stars. Although we can add Giannis even to the mix. 2-time MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, All-Star Game MVP, Finals MVP, NBA champion. Although that's the first round. But the second round, I give you two examples. I give you later round picks, and I give an NFL example. There's so many you can look at. Later round picks. Oh, I even forgot one. Draymond the Donkey Green, NBA champion. Despite all the BS, 3-time NBA champion, by the way. Despite all the BS, we call him the nut puncher, nut kicker, nut lover. 3-time NBA champion. Here's my guess. I don't know the exact pick, but I know he was picked in probably the 50s. The damn near the end of the draft. Before Isaiah Thomas. So is anyone surprised? Is anyone supposed to be happy with just evaluating the first round? This year's draft, let me explain why it's different from the 2020 and other drafts you've seen. This year's draft is the first draft I've ever seen that the first and second round have stars in it. let me let me read out teams that actually drafted good. The Raptors, they did draft good. Hear me out. But before I jump to that, let me explain why the Raptors drafted good. The Raptors drafted good. They're not losers. They're in the in between. And let me explain. Although Scotty Barnes is not what they really need, because y'all, if we're using the logic of best player available, y'all should not even be happy that Scotty Barnes was picked by Toronto. Let's be real. Scotty Barnes' only flaw is shooting. He's not a consistent shooter. His shooting still needs work. Toronto have that system. I don't want to bring up a story of me meeting the G League reps before in personal life. I can bring that story up. I'm not. But in the common sense, right? In the common sense period, here's what y'all lack in the understanding of Scotty Barnes being picked fourth before Jalen Suggs. Although I wanted Bouknight to be picked by Toronto because Bouknight would do what Kyle Lowry couldn't do, and he would get to start alongside Malachi Flynn. So Drake Jr. might have to hit the bench. But here's the thing. Let me explain how the Raptors system is to all of y'all fools, for y'all not to understand. Although I have met the Raptors G League representatives and IRL, but the Raptors, their system is like this. If you get drafted first, even if you get picked by the Raptors, unless you're a superstar talent, your ass is going to the G League. They don't care. First round pick, G League. Second round picks, G League. I'm gonna name examples of first round, second round picks that have went to the G League. Pascal Siakam, 27th overall pick in the 2017 NBA draft. Where did he end up? G League. Norman Powell, 2016 NBA draft. Where did he end up? G League. He went to the Toronto 905. Fred Drake Jr. Van Vliet, 2016 NBA draft, undrafted, G League. This is just to tell you, the Raptors, whenever they draft a player, Scotty Barnes is not going to play in the NBA to start with. So get your eye horses and sit your asses down and stop crying. This nigga going to be in Rico Coliseum getting smacked. That's where he's going to be. He's going to be in Rico Coliseum. We're not going to see him in Scotiabank Arena just yet, unless somebody gets injured. We're going to have Drake Jr. starting. We're going to have Drake Jr. as a starting point guard. The real issue we have is a shooting guard and small forward. That's the real where our depth was really lacking. Forget point guard. Because, yeah, point guard if Kyle Lowry leaves. So what? So what if Scotty Barnes was picked by Toronto? This is the problem with all your NBA YouTubers. Y'all only look at the first round, not the second. Now let me go to the second round. The Milwaukee Bucks, with the 31st pick in the 2021 NBA draft, the Milwaukee Bucks select and traded to the Wizards Isaiah Todd. Yeah, Isaiah Todd. Stretch 4 from the NBA G League Ignite. With the 48th pick, the Atlanta Hawks select Sharife Cooper from Auburn. With the 56th pick, the Charlotte Hornets select Scottie Lewis from Florida. This is just to tell y'all, Scottie Lewis was a beast. I was high on Scottie Lewis from the jump that I saw him in the high school. This man was doing in the McDonald's All-American Dunk Contest, where he lost to a girl with the bronze rim grazer package. This man was literally athletic. This man got hops. Don't let it fool you. He got hops. He can catch LaMelo's lobs. The only sad thing about him is he ain't gonna get minutes in the NBA because he was a second round pick, like Devontae Tabe Graham. But we should be happy, right? I just named stars. Oh, I even forgot one. With the second round, 26th pick, Brandon Boston was also drafted. I don't know the team yet, but when I complete the whole thing here after this video, I might do an update. But Brandon Boston was also drafted. He was drafted before Scottie Lewis, though. But my guess that he was drafted by Boston or something, because BJ Boston was also drafted. I think he was Atlanta or something, because Atlanta had 2 second-round picks or something. But BJ Boston was drafted. But let's not be happy. The guy I was not expecting to be drafted, but my pick for Rookie of the Year was Scottie Lewis. And he was picked. A lot of y'all NBA YouTubers needs to calm the fuck down. Okay? Listen. Scottie Barnes, give him a chance. And let me explain for all of y'all how the Raptors development system is. Scottie Barnes is not going to play in the NBA to begin with. You will see him in the Summer League. The Raptors develop players by sending their lottery picks and plus their second round picks to the G League. Forget lottery picks even. Their first round picks, they send them to the G League. Charlotte does the same, but not too much. Charlotte, yeah, they'll send them to the G League and then call their ass back. Because look at what Charlotte did. They drafted, in the 2020 draft, Charlotte did an amazing draft. This was their best draft. I was even saying it when I was screaming when I was watching Charlotte draft. I'm like, this must be a Christmas miracle. This must be Christmas in Charlotte. It must be Christmas in Charlotte. For real. They're getting all these players. Charlotte drafted too many guards, though. That's my only red flag about this draft. You drafted too many guards, but the good news is you drafted superstars, and you drafted superstar in the second round, plus a bum. I'm not even gonna name his name, and that's the only big they got. Oh, I forgot Kai Jones. They drafted a lot of guards. Scottie Lewis was on that thing. He's coming to Charlotte too. But to wrap up all this, my point is this. NBA YouTubers, please calm down. When you're assessing a draft, I don't want you to and this can be to my boys at New Media too. Please, when you're assessing a draft, don't just address the first round. I even named you a late round pick in another league that's damn near a Hall of Famer. In Scottie Lewis. I said Scottie Lewis. My God. I'm saying Scottie Lewis because I'm so high on Scottie Lewis so much that I'm like, yeah, he's already my pick for Rookie of the Year. But yeah. Listen. All in all, just calm down. Please. When you're assessing a draft, address both rounds. In the NFL, I will understand if you address only the first round. Because ain't nobody got time to be assessing number 1 for round 1 to round 7. What is this, the NHL draft? Because in the NHL, that's why I said that in the NBA, round 1, you draft for the best talent available. The Raptors see something in Scottie Barnes. And I'm sorry, the way Ujiri thinks, Scottie Barnes ain't getting no dice in the NBA. If Malachi Flynn, who was drafted, because y'all didn't pay attention, The Raptors drafted a point guard, a Patrick Beverly-like point guard. That's who they drafted. I said Patrick Beverly. I meant to say Patrick Beverly / Rajon Rondo like point guard. That's who we drafted. That's who we got. And we're not gonna give him a chance and now draft Jalen Suggs and then send him to not get minutes too. Like, y'all think for yourselves. I've not even seen what Malachi Flynn got. I was mad we got Malachi Flynn because in the 2020 draft, we could have got a small forward. And now we got a small forward. Now y'all want to be mad over a small forward being drafted. The Raptors need a small forward to replace what Kawhi gave them. OG can't do that. I'm sorry. OG's on 3 and D wing. You need a shot creating two-way wing that's versatile on defense, that can create for others. That's what Scotty Barnes got. But y'all mad over that. Y'all want to give to Jalen Suggs. Plus, what is Orlando gonna do with Scotty Barnes? Orlando don't need Scotty Barnes, bruh. To be honest, Orlando will not use Scotty Barnes right. And their development system is so shit. These guys are loaded with centers, and they still drafted another center. How dumb can he be? Forget the first round. I'm talking second round too. They out here drafting like dumbasses. But we should just give a clap like idiots. We should be clapping for a team that didn't even do anything good, right? The Orlando Magic was the biggest loser in this draft. Minus Jalen Suggs, man. The only good thing they did was draft Jalen Suggs. That's the only good thing. And the sad thing is, they don't even need Jalen Suggs in the first place. The Raptors, we drafted 2 guards in the second round. 2. Not 1, 2. You're mad now? You're mad? You see, this is the problem. A lot of these NBA YouTubers will say, oh, we're only looking at the lottery picks. Oh, now everybody go to sleep. I watched every single pick be drafted. I'm not even sure that I'm still feeling good today. Like, I watched every single pick. Sharife Cooper, right, fell to the second round. But because a lot of y'all YouTubers are so impatient, like idiots, sorry to cuss y'all out, but y'all impatient, you didn't get to see what Sharife Cooper does. And I was watching it with my younger sibling, and my sibling was high on Sharife Cooper, man. I was like, man, he was asking me, yo, when is Sharife Cooper gonna be drafted? I'm like, just wait. She went to sleep, and then next thing you know, 48 pick. Where did that end up being? Atlanta selected a hometown boy in Sharife Cooper. Ain't that some shit? This man's from Atlanta and got picked by Atlanta. And it's funny because y'all mad at the Raptors, but y'all shouldn't be mad at the Magic for drafting a guard when they already have 3 point guards. 3. And you now got point guard number 4. To make matters worse, they're loaded with centers. And guess what they did? They also drafted a center next. How stupid can you be? You already got a big man, and now you're going to draft another big man. But the Raptors are biggest losers like idiots, right? The only thing the Magic did right was draft Jalen Suggs. The Raptors should have picked Bouknight. That's what I'm mad about them for. Because we need a shooting guard. We need a shooting guard or small forward. So when we got Scotty Barnes, I was happy because We got somebody that would at least replace what Kawhi gave us. It may not be a good shooter, but we'll make him a good shooter. We got the development system for that. So please hold your eye horses. We got that for you. Scotty Barnes, let him play. Please. I want to see what Scotty Barnes get. And I want to see what Malachi Flynn can do as a starting point guard. That's why I'm not asking for Jalen Suggs to be picked by Toronto, because he ain't going to get minutes. Don't y'all get it? If Jalen Suggs was picked by Toronto, his ass is going to sit on the bench and go behind Malachi Flynn. He and Malachi Flynn will be fighting for minutes. Why not develop him? Because look at this. Malachi Flynn was our main pick in the 2020 draft. Our only pick, right? Our first round pick. What do we do with him? Sit his ass down. We send this nigga, sorry to cuss, we send his ass all the way down to the G League, to the Toronto 905. But y'all want to be mad about Jalen Suggs not being picked by Toronto. The fuck? Did you, like, when I was looking at what the Raptors need, let me explain the needs for the Raptors. They needed, according to Bobby Marks, right? They needed a starting point guard and bench depth. Right? Right. Let me explain something. Bobby Marks was half right. We do need a starting point guard, but we actually don't really need a starting point guard. We need a starting guard that can score. We need a scoring guard that can play off the ball, create for himself, and create for others. That's what we need. Or a small forward. Scotty Barnes can play off ball, can do the bare minimum. I was looking at his tape on draft night, and he's pretty solid. And he's a good defender. So the only question is, can his defense translate to the NBA? Can he be able to guard somebody like a Ben Simmons, who's Mr. Cheeks, who is declining every year? Can he be able to guard Kawhi Leonard? Can he be able to guard LeBron James? Can he guard big players? That's the thing about him. I don't mind right now because I'm not going to know until he's in the NBA. And sadly, for all y'all being mad and pressed, his ass ain't going to get minutes in the NBA. He's not even getting a dice of playing time. If the guys, because some guys will get 2-week contracts. Like, remember, they drafted 2 point guards. That's a point guard. They drafted 2 guards overall. I don't know their actual position, but they drafted 2 guards in the second round. So you want the Raptors that should be drafting only guards? Make it make sense. You drafted only guards. The Orlando Magic picked a big at 8 when they already have a mother flipping big man in Mo Bamba and so many else. They're loaded with big men. But yeah, let's just sign more players. And to make matters worse, if the Orlando Magic had got Scotty Barnes, here's what would happen with them. Scotty Barnes have to fight with Otto Porter for minutes. Y'all really want that? Because Jalen Suggs only have one competition, and his name is RJ Hampton. That's it. Like, I'm not mad that Jalen Suggs went to Orlando. They made the dumbest move when you already have guard. You have Jalen. You now have, even to think of it. Let me read the point guard names: Jalen Suggs, Markelle Fultz, Cole Anthony. Damn. Y'all really have more point guards. Jalen Suggs is point guard number 4. Cole Anthony, Markelle Fultz, R.J. Hampton, and Jalen Suggs. 4. Who's gonna play what position? Where would R.J. Hampton play? What would happen with all of that? Because we need to know who's who and who's playing what position in Orlando. Toronto, and for those who are mad that Toronto picked Scottie Barnes, just calm your fucking ass down and know that Scottie Barnes will barely get NBA minutes. It's just like with Charlotte. When you are a top pick, when you're picked by Toronto, if you're a draft pick, I've named Toronto draft picks that were somehow lottery picks that still end up sitting the damn bench. So please don't tell me what's up. Norman Powell was picked in 2016, but we should be mad that he didn't. No, Norman Powell was picked in 2016, sat the bench. The 2017 draft, 27th pick, Pascal Siakam, went to the G League, played alongside Fred VanVleet. I'm not sure if it was the 2017 draft, but I know he was the 27th overall pick. But he played in the G League to start his NBA career. So I'm sorry. What's the hubbub? What you don't get? What the Raptors are doing with Scottie Barnes is gonna send him to the G League for one whole season, get his jump shot right, send his ass back to the NBA, improve him, start him on limited minutes, then we see that he's good, we start giving him starting minutes. Malachi Flynn already went to stage 1. And he got limited minutes and went through stage 2 because, they only played the bubble. Now, he's going to go through stage 3. This year, Malachi Flynn is going to be the starting point guard. Y'all really don't understand we already got a starting point guard in Malachi Flynn. And we already also have 2 more guards coming in. Or should I forget that there's also some that will still come from the G League? We already got 2 guards that we drafted in the second round. Round 1, you pick best talent available. Round 2, you draft what you really need. That might be a best talent. That's how it is in the NBA. I even named Tom Brady, who was a 6th round pick, 183rd pick. That's damn near a Hall of Famer. There's so many more. Or should I forget Vincent Papal, who was undrafted and Hall of Famer. I named Draymond Green, who was a 2nd round pick, 3-time champion, defensive player of the year. But we're just gonna ignore that because the 2nd round don't fucking matter. Right? We're gonna ignore that because the 2nd round don't mean anything. Let's just look at the lottery picks and forget everything. If you're gonna grade a team's draft, grade the entire draft picks they had, grade the entire players they drafted. Then you would see whether they drafted right or they don't draft right. That's how you grade a draft. And this is to my boys at New Media DJ too. Like, when you're grading a draft, grade the entire draft, not just the first round. That's how it works. Merci beaucoup.